What makes this $18.5 million luxury new construction in the Promontory the only one of its kind on the market in Park City? Well, we have a very special guest who's going to take us through all the details. Come on in. So we're here with our very special guest, Brittany Burns, who's a project manager for this particular project and also has been with Germania Construction for a long time. We've worked with her on many projects and we love her. And we wanted to talk about a little bit of the history of Germania and their experience in Park City with these amazing new construction homes.
Okay, so Craig started Germania in 1999. It's named after a ski lift at Alta. Built tons of homes, dispersed homes in Deer Crest. We've done the Colony, Promontory. We're doing 2 right now in the Pinnacle, which is where we are now.
So lots of ski in and ski out houses, which is a lot of excavation and very tricky insulation when you get up to this altitude. So
yeah, shoring, cold roofs, all of that.
Oh, fun. All kinds of fun stuff. So for this particular project, we wanted to kind of go through with you today as we're pinning up the renderings for the first time. What are the elements that really go into these super luxury custom homes? Obviously, the location comes into consideration, the winds, the weather, the custom finishes that we need for this type of buyer avatar because they're looking for something really special and unique. So what would you say are maybe some of the particular finishes that go into these homes that you're seeing the best reaction from the market?
Okay, so this home in particular has a stone that's been used the first time in Promontory, actually in Park City. So it'll have the first stone on it, which is nice as a lot of these homes are actually repeating a lot. So special stone, it's darker gray, black almost. All the basalt rock walls are organic on the driveway. We'll have hemlock as the siding, and then we have a metal called Tycho.
So when you have an exclusive stone, like a particular quartzite, where do you put that in the house to give it the most pop? Like, is it on the countertops, over the fireplace?
Fireplaces.
Okay, so that's been kind of one of the most requested things. One of my favorite things to ask you is what goes into the insulation of this house? Because not only is it like suspended over this gorgeous golf course, but it's also up at 7,000 square feet to where you have to make sure all the elements of every season are protecting, you know, not just winter.
So you'll have low-E windows, so all the glass will be able to be fully insulated, and you've got tons of glass in this house. We spray in on the ceilings, and we'll do sound walls in between each room. Upwall did a great job at kind of having the house sit this way where you have covered decks in all your windows, so you won't get tons of heat gain from all the sunlight. And it downstairs especially, it looks very private from each bedroom, even though they're full of glass. So that's all Upwall.
So what I've noticed on this particular house as well is that you have a lot of 4 seasons decks, which is very important when you have a winter that sometimes can be 7 months long. So now we're pinning up the renderings. We're going to go through some specific rooms and point out the specific features that make this so exclusive. Let's go. So I'm joined by Josh Collum. He's a site superintendent for this project, and we're going to take you through this incredible, spacious main floor. Josh, please tell me the scale of the ceilings, what we're using for glass or doors, and then take us out onto the deck.
Okay. Well, in this great room, we have 14.5-foot ceiling heights, and that carries throughout the kitchen, living room, entryway. All the openings behind there are floor-to-ceiling glass.
It's so weird that you see a main floor with this much square footage, and the scale of that 14.5-foot ceiling is really just making it feel so large. And then, so when you're headed over this way, are these windows that are going in? Are these sliding doors? Are you going to be able to open it out for a complete indoor-outdoor experience?
So all the openings that you see along here from the office throughout here are all sliding doors. So you'll have access to the deck from pretty much every room you see here.
So you're gonna have a 180-degree opening door capability all the way back to the golf course?
Correct.
So that was kind of the intent when you have these kind of curves and corners.
Yeah, that you can open it all the way up and then be able to flow out onto the deck and experience the golf course.
What a summer feature. And then it comes out to these decks, obviously 4 seasons. Tell me how you designed these.
Well, I think one of the great features of this house is this floating deck. It is fully supported by steel, and so there aren't any posts blocking the view, no posts supporting the roof and blocking the view. and it really just makes it feel like you're hanging out into space.
So that gives you that real panoramic feeling when you're looking across the way, especially since you have just golf course. We're in this magnificent foyer, and there's a lot of openings that call for either glass or doors or this fantastic mountain range behind us. Tell us about how this is going to be structured.
So right here, we're gonna have a floor-to-ceiling glass window here as well, and giving the occupants a clear view of this board-formed concrete retaining wall that will be an open planter. And there are windows then that overlook that and the driveway from the floor all the way down to the ground level. And then this driveway is, as it leaves the street, it kind of drops down and right in front of the house. So the whole house is kind of sunk into the hill a little bit and creates kind of a hideout.
Oh, how fun. And then I can see this is going to be one fantastic
Entryway, yeah. So this will be floor-to-ceiling glass with a pivot door right here.
So off the back side of this house, we're perched up above the 10th and 11th holes on the Pete Dye course here at Promontory. Always a popular feature is views, open space, and golf course, and we have them all here.
We are here with Britt to cover our client's favorite features, which is usually the pivot door, and this one's glass. Please, tell us all about it.
So it's a Western package. It's all anodized aluminum. It is 6 foot by 12 foot high. And then we have a side light next to you and a transom above to match the rest of the 3 around.
So just imagine coming up to this. How wide is this?
It's 6 feet.
6 feet coming through to these glass on glass, Park City, Deer Valley, Mountain View. That's a win right there. So the reason why Jamison and I put these renderings up, yes, you will have a digital copy while you're going through the house, but some people like to really kind of look up and see where the tactile parts of the house go. So Britt is going to take us through the fireplace, the wine wall, the kitchen, and all the other fantastic amenities in this house.
So this is an isokern. So it's gas and it's on the control system. So just a switch, it turns on. This whole vertical portion here is going to have brass and slab on it, so marble slab. The inside gets metal, and then the lower portion is neolith, so it won't get hot to touch. It's completely open.
And this goes all the way from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, so this portion here goes up. This is just here for support.
Oh, wow.
This comes out.
Excellent. All right.
All the ceilings in this raised space and the kitchen are T&G wood material that matches your outdoor soffit, and they flow outside.
So for those who don't know, what is T&G?
So tongue and groove.
Yeah.
So it's all slatted wood. This is your wine wall. All these posts are wrapped in wood. And then we have LED lighting inside, and it'll be vertical wine racks on both sides, glass on the back, and then doors in the front.
So this is like an ornamental, almost like art piece, but it's a wine wall.
Yes.
Very rarely see these in the middle of a great room, but that is a fantastic element just to bring some pizzazz to the middle of the great room.
And it's fully cooled.
Oh, fully cooled, which was important to all our wine fanatics out there. Okay, so where am I standing right now?
So you are at the island here, sinks here. There is a table that comes off this direction. You can see it in the renderings behind me. And it's wood. The whole slab here is California quartzite. All the cabinets are walnut in here. This entire wall on this side is paneled. So your fridge is hidden behind panel. And then you have a hood here incorporated into the upper cabinet. And the hood has an external blower, so it eliminates a lot of noise. Very large pantry, refrigerator drawers in here. We have a dishwasher in here as well. So if you're having parties, you can just close both of these doors. There's a big pocket door right here. Sink, everything you need.
So you've got a prep sink, all your stuff, a pocket door to close you off from your guests so that when everything is done, you can kind of just come out and display it on your beautiful island.
Yeah, and the location about this pantry is nice because mudroom, garage are this way. So you come in through this door here, and then your kitchen's right this way.
So you're carrying your groceries right through here. Boom, you set them down before they even hit the island. I love that design. Seems so functional. So we're coming out of the incredibly large functional pantry and going down this hallway, what is going in here? Show me the design.
So everything here is windows, and every column gets wrapped in steel.
This is quite a long bridge to head to what is going to be every driver's dream, which is a fantastic garage. Let's go check it out.
So the mudroom has an entrance on the outside or the garage, There's actually a large bench where we're standing, 2 lockers on either side, lockers on this entire side here, and you have a washer and dryer at the sink.
For those of you who don't live in a winter space and are just getting a vacation home here or are moving your primary, to have a washer and dryer during the winter and this large mudroom just is so fantastic, especially when it's snowing. So Britt, I know there are tons of car enthusiasts in Park City and especially in Promontory. What features does this garage have that make it so unique?
So without lifts, you could fit 3 to 4 cars in here. With lifts, you could fit 6, 7. The garage is fully radiant heated, so when you pull your car in, there's snow on it, it'll melt off. We have a hot and cold hose bib, so you could wash the car off in the wintertime. Everything gets washed from the floor drains. You've got very tall ceilings, and all 3 garage doors have quiet openers. So with the master bedroom at the end of the home, everything feels very private. You have a private deck out here, all on its own.
And then you've got the beautiful views, obviously golf course. You have mountain views on that side. So whether you are sleeping on the left-hand side of the bed or the right-hand side of the bed, you prefer the mountain view or the golf view, you can take your pick. Okay, so tell me about the design of this master shower, because I'm kind of obsessed with the fact that it's a 3-sided.
Okay, so the shower has a slab feature wall in the back. These 3 walls are glass. There's a bench that comes outside and inside of the shower. So when you're sitting using the steam, you can enjoy it. There is a rain head, 2 fixed heads, and then 2 hand showers. Double niches, double water closets, freestanding tub.
So the freestanding tub is right next to the suspended private deck, just giving you that absolute natural glow. That is fantastic. So we're now on the bottom floor of this fantastic Pinnacle house at the Promontory Club. And Britt just told me I'm standing where the hot tub is?
Yeah, so the hot tub's right here under the deck, fully softened, and then you actually have full snow melt down here as well.
So it's super rare to have such a 4 seasons main floor space. What else are you going to be putting out here?
It's sand finished concrete on the whole lower level.
Fantastic.
And then one of the nicest parts too is when you walk in from the hot tub, you have a little mudroom area in front of your powder.
So how is this bottom floor designed with the bedrooms and kind of the spatial living where everything's kind of goes out into 2 separate wings?
So the way Upwall did this is very different, where everything feels very, very open, but also private. So every bedroom has kind of its own section and it feels very separate from the rest of the downstairs.
This has been super important for our multi-generational families that come, because you have families that have little kids that may have to take a nap in the middle of the day while the celebrations are going on, and it's just nice to have that bedroom that's far away from the entertainment space, whether it's either upstairs or downstairs. It's so funny because we're in the elements and it's starting to rain, so thank you so much for joining us today, taking a tour with us. Britt, thank you for taking us through all the amazing amenities on this house. If you're interested in getting in touch with Britt at Germania, what's your website?
GermaniaConstruction.com.
GermaniaConstruction.com. This house is live on the MLS, so please reach out to Jamison or I. We are at Park City 360 on all social media and on YouTube. Please subscribe, because we're going to have a lot more of these fun construction videos on not only this house, but other houses as well. And to see the progression on this house is going to be amazing, so please stay tuned.